Okay, everyone, we're just at the beginning of going live. I've just got to click the button to go live on Instagram here. Somehow it always doesn't want to cooperate. There we go. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's Lean Publishing tip of the day. As usual, I'm just going to start by sharing the blog post that accompanies today's live stream, recorded live stream, I should say. So for every one of these live streams, there's an accompanying blog post that you can see anytime. You can go to our blog page at leanpub.com/blog and find it there. The recorded video will be linked to YouTube at the top of this, so you can watch it there, as well as on YouTube, of course. Please check out our YouTube channel at Leanpub. And like and subscribe and all that kind of stuff if you like getting these self-publishing tips of the day. We hope that they're useful, sort of if you want to watch something live during the day. It's about 12 noon sort of Pacific time, which is about 3 p.m. in the middle of the afternoon, kind of Eastern time in the United States and Canada. And it's kind of like early evening in sort of Western Europe and stuff like that. So we hope that this is a good time of day for people who just kind of want a little bit of a break at their lunch, in their afternoon, or in their evening. To get a little bit of motivation, to learn a little bit more about self-publishing and lean publishing and publishing on Leanpub. And of course, if you miss it, you can watch it on our YouTube channel. Just find the playlist for the tip of the day. And we hope that over time, these just become a kind of compendium of how-to videos on Leanpub that are sort of easy to watch. You can watch your own pace, hopefully skip through the chapters on YouTube to find the thing that you're looking for. If you're new to Leanpub, hopefully it'll be a great resource. You can search the YouTube channel and find a video sort of corresponding to whatever it is you're interested in learning about on Leanpub at that time. So we really hope that these become a useful resource, kind of like a kind of living help center. Today, I know in the post that we sent out on social media about half an hour ago, we said we were going to be talking about your just ordinary account settings. We've modified that today that we're going to be talking about your author account settings. This can be a little bit overwhelming at first when you sort of first create a book on Leanpub and become a Leanpub author. One thing you get as soon as you create a book is a public landing page for your book where people can sign up to say they're interested and how much they'd be willing to pay. And you can upload a cover image. You can also put it in stealth mode if you don't want to be public right away. But whatever you're doing with the book that you've created, you get this sort of author section of your account. And there's a lot to explore there as you write your book, publish new versions with new chapters over time, end up completing it, finding an audience, you'll learn a lot about Leanpub and what you can do with it and all of its features. And basically you'll kind of like explore the author account section as you need to. You're like, oh, after you've published, you don't really need to think about coupon sales and how to do those until you've published a book and it's for sale. So you'll kind of explore Leanpub as you need to. And I hope that videos like this can be a little bit of a guide. So let me just switch to sharing a different tab here and double check to make sure I'm still getting used to doing these live streams myself and making sure I'm in the right place. Okay. Here we are on the Leanpub homepage. What I like to call the escape hatch on the top right is this your avatar that you'll see after you've uploaded an avatar. It'll just be a circle until then. And so you can see that there's various settings here. This is a really great, I've got a big monitor. I'm kind of lucky that way. But I think a lot of typical Leanpub authors, at least these days, do. But in any case, it should be easy to navigate on a smaller screen or on a phone or a tablet and things like that. But you click the avatar at the top right. You'll open up this menu on the right, and then you will see the author section is here under your account. So click on author. All right, here we go. So that takes us to you can call it the dashboard. If you look in the URL at the top, you'll see that it says authors, like leanpub.com/author/home. And this is a sort of like really great place to sort of get started. You can kind of find everything you need from here. Leanpub authors can create books, and they can also create courses. So you'll see online courses. So you'll see books and courses here on the left. You can also create bundles of ebooks. So if you've created any bundles of ebooks or you want to create bundles of ebooks, you can click on bundles. This is an amazing feature. You can invite actually other authors, even authors you've never met. If you find their book on Leanpub and you think it would make a great bundle with your book, you can invite them to do that. We've got other videos and articles in our help center for authors about how to do that. The concept of tracks is basically bundles of courses. That's a very cool thing. If you've created courses on, like, 3 different related topics, you can bundle them together into a course track uh, that you can sell as one thing. And then people can actually get it, just like you can get a completion certificate for an individual course, you can get a completion certificate for a whole track. That's a very cool thing. Um, Invitations. Um, I don't have any right now, but I'll just click on there. So invitations are an interesting thing. So, for example, I just mentioned that you can invite someone to join, to link up their book and yours to sell them together as a bundle. You'll get an invitation if that happens. If you don't, you should, and let us know. Um, that would be something we need to fix, or at least update our documentation about. You can also get invited to be a co-author of a book, which is really cool. Typically, that doesn't happen without two people knowing each other. Normally, what happens is two people want to write a book together, or three or four. You each create your own Leanpub account. Someone creates the book, and then they invite you to be a co-author, and then you can accept that invitation. And of course, you can decline it as well if you want to. Uh, the next page is metrics. Um, which, let's just see if this loads when I'm live. Okay. This is my test account, so it's not showing anything happening really. But you'll see kind of overall metrics for your total royalties earned. And because you can earn royalties from books and from courses, if you do that, we sort of break those out. But you can see total royalties earned in the last 30 days, the last 3 months, or all time. One thing I really like about this is we actually show the actual times and dates, not just like 3 months ago. Maybe it's the Gen X in me that likes that, but actually knowing the specific time and date is really useful. You can see I've made some test purchases on this account in that time. But this is a really cool thing. It's a kind of dashboard metrics thing that we've been asked for a long time. With the launch of our V3 way back in December, I think that's when this came into existence. It might have existed before, and I'm just forgetting. But I think the intention was to kind of create more dashboardy stuff, and there should be more of that coming. So if you're a Leanpub author and you're in the author section of your Leanpub account, currently the last thing there is royalties. So royalties are what you earn from sales of your book. We explained all, it can be a little bit daunting and complicated at the beginning, but in a way it's not too complicated, and you'll learn how it works over time. We pay, as we explain here on the all royalties page, we pay royalties via Wise or PayPal. You can see, a kind of breakdown of all your things here. You can see how much is payable this month, and then you can see how much is payable the next month and the next month and the next month. The reason there's a delay is because, like Amazon KDP, we have a 60-day refund policy, which means that basically if you earn royalties on a sale, those royalties aren't available to you, or they don't tick over to be available to be paid to you until the 60 days is over, and people can't get a refund on that anymore. Once that happens, your royalties are available to be paid to you, and then you can actually use them to buy books and services on Leanpub until they're paid to you. When they're paid to you, you'll get a payment notification and stuff like that. That happens around the 7th day of each month. On the royalties section on this main thing, you can also send yourself a CSV email with sort of details of purchases. This is very cool. If you've ever used, another self-publishing platform, try this out. If after you've sold some books on Leanpub, you'll discover that I'm quite confident we offer way more detailed information than any other platform does. If you're a spreadsheet nerd, you'll absolutely love this. The amount of the detail, the granularity of data that we give you on your sales is really good. In fact, we even let people who buy your book opt in to share their email address with you if they want to. So that's very, very cool. When you're navigating through the author section of your account, you'll see that some of the pages have a menu at the top like this. So you can actually see that in your royalties, there's a lot more to look at than just this kind of all royalties page. There's also annual royalties. This is where you can get an annual royalty summary, which is, kind of appropriate for tax time, which is actually really great. You can break it down into your book royals, course royalties, partner sales. This is kind of deep Leanpub, but we have a partner in the UK, and we hope to have more in the future, who called Learnerbly. And basically what we do is we put books up for sale on Learnerbly. We arrange that with them, and they have corporate clients basically those corporate clients have accounts with Learnerbly, as I understand it, and then their employees can then buy books and courses and things like that from Learnerbly without having to use the corporate credit card, basically. So that's a very cool thing. If you're working for a company that does something like that, or if you know of any, please let us know. We'd love to be partners with you as well. But yeah, this is where you'll see your partner sales if you have any. Your payment settings is where you can choose how to receive royalties. Currently, by default, it's by Wise. Um, this is a pretty important page. Just setting up your payments. Very simple on our end, but for what you need to do, but a very important thing. There's royalty payouts. Have you ever been paid? Here's my little test account, going back a long way. Um, uh, there's the royalty pool. So if you've created a book and you've made it free with membership, again, we've got help center article and videos and stuff explaining this. You're eligible. So your book is available for free to people who've got paid Leanpub reader memberships. Whenever they get your book for free, a portion of what they've paid, half of what they paid for their membership. I mean, overall, half of what they pay for their membership goes into the royalty pool. So half of membership revenue basically goes into the royalty pool, and then you're eligible to get royalties from that pool if people get your free with membership book for free if they have a membership. And then now here's a very cool thing, which is royalty purchases. I talked about this recently. In a tip of the day video, but basically if you've earned royalties and they're available to be paid to you, before they get paid to you, you can actually just use them on Leanpub, which is amazing. You can basically, if you've published, like let's say you love novels and you've written a novel, if you publish it on Leanpub and you're earning money from your novel on Leanpub, you can use the money that you've earned on Leanpub just directly on the platform to buy other novels, by other authors. So you could actually like write a novel and pay for your reading habit from the proceeds from the novel that you've written, which is really, really cool. Going down into a little bit more detail. If I click on books, this is a test account, so mine's kind of ugly. But if you click on books, you'll see all your books under the various kind of states they can be in: published, unpublished, or stealthed. And there's also, of course, retired and closed. Retired means basically a book was published at one time and you've kind of like, you want the landing page to stay up, but you don't want it to be for sale anymore. There's various reasons for this, to put it in the retired state. One is maybe your book got picked up by a kind of, big publishing company and you want to point people there. Or you've published a new version, a new edition, sorry, and you don't want people to buy the old edition. Closed just means you just want it to disappear from your site and everyone else's site as well. Unpublished means that you've created a book and it's not in the published state, so it's not available. That means you're probably working on it, and you haven't clicked the publish button yet. We've got videos talking about when you should do that. Relative sooner than you think is usually, our motto is publish early, publish often. But yeah, basically that, and the similar thing for well, let's just go into the published section. So you can see your published books here. Yeah, you click on one of these books. Here's my ugly demo book for AI services. But you just click on the book and you go to its overview. Well, you go to its homepage, click on overview, and you'll see everything you can do. So if you ever get lost in Leanpub, find the menu on either the top right or the top left. Go to author, go to books, and then you can find all your books in their various states here. So yeah, I think that's probably good enough for today. Let me just make sure to remove this. Here we are. Okay. Yeah. So that's our live stream about the author side of things, managing the author side of your Leanpub account. As you can see, there's lots of features. I ended with the overview page for a book, which then has tons of pages and features on it as well for working on your book and selling your book. But if you're new to Leanpub, or if you've been using Leanpub for a while, or especially if you've been using Leanpub in the past and you've been away for a while, I hope this will be useful to you. We will actually probably do these kind of tours of the author side of things, relatively, not every week or something like that, but we'll probably do them relatively frequently because we're going to be adding new features all the time as usual. Probably the structure of the menu won't change too much, but new options might appear. And so a new tour of the author side of things might be a useful thing to do from time to time. So check us out. If you missed the beginning of the video, you can find it on YouTube at Leanpub. And yeah, like and subscribe and all of that. And thanks everyone for showing up today.